All right, come on, guys. Let's go. Come on. When I say come on, I mean everybody. Like my mother say, thank God for Jesus. Come on, get up, wake up. Good morning. This is actually a bonus show. Guess what? It is a turned up Tuesday. It is Tuesday, May the 21st, 2024, 55 minutes after the hour. Guys, welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ. The chat room is wide open, or you can call in. The number's 570-982-6950. Yes, we are broadcasting live for real in person this morning. So please, if you don't mind, like, share, follow, subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Now, this is where you get your morning love before we get into the show. But always remember this: it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. To the Queen, SennyJ, God bless you. Looking well this morning on a turned up Tuesday. Good morning, young lady. And how are you?
Good morning, Sean. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this Tuesday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I'm going to be bringing you today who is having the best week ever and who is having the worst week ever. So you want to make sure you stay tuned for that. And we're also going to get into Senny Says, I'm sorry, from Patients with Senny J, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally, so you want to make sure you stick around for that.
Of course. And thank you so much for sharing your intro this morning. Truly appreciate you. And let me tell you something. As you know, for the record, we phased out Tuesdays for doing the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team. You can thank the Queen SennyJ for that. Now, but I do want to say this, and the reason why that we're on Tuesday, because I've always said that we are 100% committed to this show. And yesterday we weren't, and that was my fault. Uh, I couldn't do the show yesterday. I'll be honest with you. It was one of those days where, Cindy wasn't able to do it as well. And it was one of those days where I literally called in and said I wasn't working today. Am I going to apologize for that? No. But we do have a responsibility to our beloved supporters and listeners to let you guys know that, yes, Harvey dropped the ball yesterday. We should have did the show, but Cindy, you text me you couldn't do it, and I woke up after like it was late, so because we were out there running around, and then I get a text message from the first chat room member of the week, Princess Cox, no Paul. He's talked about what's up with that commitment. He was absolutely right. I appreciate him for sending me that text, and I replied back to him because I already knew Cindy was available for this morning. I said, "Sir, we will do the show on a turned up Tuesday." So, am I 100% committed to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team? You damn right I am. And that's why we're on today, by the grace of God. Shout out to my mother. Shout out to my aunt Netta, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. They're in the Poconos. We're trying to get up there later today or tomorrow to see them. And God bless. So, welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. We are 100% committed. And why are we 100% committed? Because we're on a turned up Tuesday. We haven't been on a Tuesday in almost a year. Cindy J, uh,
Yes, it's been that long.
it's been that long. Cindy, how was your weekend before we start this show?
What was this weekend? This weekend was boring.
Okay, cool. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We truly appreciate it. And I want to say one thing before we get about this past weekend, which seemed like 16,000 days ago. Did a show up in Poughkeepsie, New York City, Jay. And the show was amazing. It was in this small restaurant. It was good. It was a great show. But I want to shout out to the ladies that came out, all the aunties in the universe. Without the women supporting comedy, I don't think I'll be able to pay my bills. So I want to give a shout out to all the women out here in these streets that holds your favorite uncle down. And when I say this about, it was nothing but a whole bunch of beautiful aunties in there. Every woman in there had to have been over 50 to 70 years old. and they all look absolutely beautiful. So I want to also shout out all you aging aunties that are aging gracefully, looking beautiful,
You don't have to
still
do that
outside,
there.
still outside, even though both of your husbands has passed away, you're still outside. And I want to say, just take a moment to thank all the beautiful aunties that clutch their purses and pearls and come on outside and still have a good time. This is your Uncle Harvey. To the aunties, I want to say thank you. Continue to stay outside. You are moving at a faster rate than my beloved SennyJ right here, who just proclaimed that she had a boring weekend. And when I see all these aunties outside, going to church, going to the bars, going to the restaurants, out shopping, I salute you. Cindy just said recently that there's a national uncle and aunt day. I think they should just have one day separately for the aunties. God bless you. I yield my time. Shout out to the aunties over 50 years old. God bless.
Not just over 50.
All the aunties that are under 50, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. You
They're
might
still
be
not.
there. You might be there in all the other categories that I mentioned, but not the age. So live long. Keep money in Harvey's pockets, aunties. I pray that all aunties live to 120 years old. Shout out to the aunties.
Well,
Shout out.
I mean, the aunties do need to be shouted out, but I believe women in general just be outside.
No,
They
no,
are
no, no,
single
no,
handedly, they are single handedly holding up the tourism and entertainment economy because it ain't the men's. So
no, 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 no.
yes,
Not
yes.
the
Thank,
not the women.
thank,
Not the
thank
women.
all of them, but special mention to aunties. I
I'm
appreciate
thinking
that.
I'm zeroing in on the aunties that are over 50 years old. All the other women, God bless y'all. I want to take a moment. Everybody, if y'all don't mind, let's give a round before we start the show. Let's give a round of applause to all the aunties that are over 50 years old that are out here in these streets helping Harvey pay his bills.
Okay, we can clap for them. Shout out to them.
Not the women,
Yeah.
not the women, aunties over 50 years old that are still out here living their best life in spite of. I want to take a moment. Once again, I don't mean to repeat myself before I yield back. Aunties, your uncle got so much love for you right now. I'm going to give the aunties one more round of applause.
Shout out to the aunties. No,
You're
no
not an
disrespect.
auntie yet, Cindy. All right? So calm down. And welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you're an apprentice auntie.
Not an auntie apprentice.
You're an auntie. How you feel about
I,
that, auntie apprentice? And I
it's
hope you
okay.
live
I
long
do.
enough to. I hope you live long enough to get your auntie stripes. And once again, shout out to my auntie Annetta, Crawford, who celebrated her birthday the other day. God bless. I
Hi,
wish and I,
Auntie Netta.
I
Is
wish
it
and I
Netta?
pray. No, my mother and them
Is
will probably pop up in a minute. Uh, I pray, Cindy J, that you receive your auntie stripes
I
when
hope so.
you're 50 years old. You're an apprentice auntie, and
Mm,
for the third time, Shawn Harvey want to show so much love to the aunties that are over 50 years old that are out here moving and also actually driving the economy. Who knew? Who knew that African American aunties will be driving the economy at over the age of 50? Who knew that 20 years ago? God bless you. I yield back.
Oh, shout out to the aunties. I appreciate them. I have some good ones in my life. So keep doing what you're doing, ladies. And I guess I'm gonna get started. You guys, we're introducing a new segment to you where we bring you, and Sean, let me know if this is okay.
Not fun.
where
It's fun.
where we're bringing you guys the who is having the best week ever.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing
Yeah.
can stop them. They are riding high, and then who is having the worst week ever?
Yeah.
A celebrity or a social media moment that is just dragging down. Okay.
Okay.
So that is what we are bringing you this week. Obviously, I think you guys all know who is having the worst week and probably the worst year is going to be having the worst year. It started, I think November is when Cassie brought her civil lawsuit to light. November of last year. He's gonna have the worst rest of his life. Diddy did come out this past Sunday with an apology. It seemed like an apology response video to the CNN releasing of footage of Cassie being kicked and beaten and dragged in the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles that is now or has since been closed or under some type of new type or under some new management. The response, the apology was not giving at all, very lackluster. I know a lot of people, including myself, felt like he didn't even say her name in the video. If you guys haven't seen it, you can definitely go to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show group page. We do have it posted up there. And I felt like, how can you apologize when you didn't even say her name? Cassie's legal team did um have a stipulation in the lawsuit that neither Cassie or Diddy could speak of each other publicly, could say their names in public. So that is probably why he didn't say her name in the actual video. However, you could have still said something else acknowledging her without actually saying her name. Um, lawyers did put out a statement that said Combs's most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he has hurt. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday, that he was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, shows his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words. Cassie hasn't said anything publicly, but in the court of public opinion, everybody is not pleased. Of course, there are a lot of people, men and women, that still support Diddy. I believe the last time when he actually came out with this apology video, he had over 150,000 likes within the first hour of the apology on his Instagram, which is kind of alarming to me and also brings the question, like, when you like something on social media, is it because you actually like it, or is it in support, or you're just like liking it because that's something you do? I don't know. So I don't know if that's an indication of how many people are in support of him, but I am certainly not.
um, Before we get to the best week, week of the best week ever. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the Sean Money Show. Please welcome to with the Queen SennyJ. And good morning, or as some of you Afrocentric folks would say, Grand Rising. If you say Grand Rising to me, I don't like that. I know Grand Rising. What is this? You remixing Good Morning? Grand Rising King. Don't say that to me. First of all, I'm not a king. And put a pause on Grand Rising. Grand Rising in the morning, King. Come on. Uh, Excuse me, Cindy. I just had an ADHD moment.
It's okay.
Uh, the beloved of um, P Diddy, Brother Love, Puffy, Sean Combs. This to me, this video, I saw the video. First of all, he looks very devilish and very evil. He looks like he's guilty. I think the video is all about him being caught. It has nothing to do with anything else. Thanks for clearing up the why he couldn't say Cassidy's name, which makes sense to me now.
Her name is
Uh,
Cassie.
Kathy, I'm sorry, Kathy. Uh, and somebody dropped a dime on you. That video got leaked to CNN, and they threw it on the board for the world to see. CNN dropped it before TMZ. So what's going on with that now? Uh, Everybody's yelling that Diddy's done. Is he done? Oh,
Please. Why do
is
you have
he?
to be so toxic? Go ahead.
Is he done? They talk about Diddy just like who's the most person that's talked about? Donald Trump. Now Diddy.
You
Diddy.
said
Whatever you want to say, whether if you agree, disagree, or whatever, his name is still out there in these streets. This is a criminal charge, but he's immune to any kind of criminal prosecution for dragging this chick. Diddy, you should go away, my friend, for real. You're probably still worth $500 million. I think you should, take your bread, take your money, post on social media randomly when you can, and go away. Because the problem is the perception of it all. You lived one way. You know how I always talk about on social media, people live one way on social media, but live another way in real life. This is the perfect example of it. Diddy shows us one image on social media, but everybody else, including himself, know how he really lives. And that came out this last couple of days. So your credibility, sir, is as zero. And the thing that really tripped me out about his pathetic apology is he had to throw in the whole God situation. Everybody throws in God when shit hits the fan. Now it's God. It's never God when it's in peacetime.
never.
It's
Never.
never. And you think that you're gonna throw that God word out there to deflect us because you are the master of deflection, of course. So now we all back down and go, oh, whoa, yeah, man, you got God now, so we gotta give him a pass. No, stop using the whole mythical, magical God situation to try to clear all this up. That's the thing that really pissed me off the most about this. Your apology, sir, was pathetic. I mean, going online and apologizing is one thing. I don't think that's what this was. You went online because you got caught. The whole world knew it, and you had to. You should have broke your agreement and said and said her name. And well, you probably had to give her another $15 million by just mentioning her name, but you should have said that. We in the black community, Diddy, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to throw you out, bro. But I mean, and then you go on social media a day before, 2 days before, and you post that time reveals everything. Or I mean, I'm paraphrasing the post. I said you might want to go on because I want to make sure I say go on this
It
page.
said time will tell.
Time will tell. You post that to 48 hours before we see you dragging this woman across the Intercontinental, the 19th floor penthouse, wherever it was located. You are a disgrace, bro. Mace called it 2 years ago when Mace went off on your ass. He called it right to the point. Diddy, you are fraudulent. You are a pretender. You are a facsimile thereof.
Not facsimile.
You're you're a mystical, magical character. And then you talk about going to rehab. Shut up, bro. Shut
He
up.
already did it already. He already did it. He
He did
already did
rehab
the
already.
therapy.
He did therapy. How do you do therapy and rehab in 3 minutes? Like,
He said I did it already. Really? And that's why you still lying? Because you went to therapy and rehab already, so you lied.
So my question to you, to and all, do we still support the beloved? Do you still dance to his music? Because the difference between, and I say this respectively, the difference between Diddy and R. Kelly, because I'm gonna still dance to that R. Kelly music. Cindy did dance to an R. Kelly song at my wedding. We have it on videotape. Remember, she said she would never ever dance to R. Kelly. We got Cindy on video dancing to R. Kelly's, but we're gonna keep that in the stash just in case. We're gonna break that on CNN just in case Cindy do something weird.
It was muscle memory.
But the one thing is, we never seen R. Kelly in a criminal act on a video. Never. Diddy,
What about him peeing on that girl?
did you see it? Did you see the
I
video?
never.
Did you see?
I don't watch. I don't watch child pornography. So
Did you
no, I've
see?
never seen it.
Okay,
I've
so
never
then that's
seen
what I'm
child
saying. But
pornography.
but
But
in
it was out there.
but in this video, we see uh Puffy Dragon beating this, kicking her and beating her. What is wrong with you, sir? With a towel on? Who you think you are? You got a towel on with your ding-a-ling exposed, beating this bitch. How you beating this bitch with your ding-a-ling out, bro? Somebody should now, you should, two big gay guys with towels on should drag and beat your ass. Did he go away, bro? That was the worst thing you could do is this video. Yeah, you're terrible, you're a horrible person. Everything that people say about you now, I believe is true. You know, the Locks had a problem with him. All the recorded artists, he was a thief. He wasn't fair. He's an asshole. All this is true, bro. You should get on there and apologize for being an asshole and stop throwing the God in the situation. Knock it off. You're full of shit. I say that us black folks should disconnect from Diddy. You can still follow him on social media. There's no problem with that. But don't support the kid. Y'all sit there. You're no more Ciroc. What's all the brands? The Ciroc. See, look at all you black folks. I haven't had a drink in almost 9 years, but when I used to drink the Ciroc. I get it. But look at us. Everybody drinking all these flavored Cirocs, and he's out there dragging and beating women. If you order a Ciroc this weekend, you should be ashamed of yourself, bro. The face of the brand is dragging and beating women, and you can see visual evidence of that, and you're gonna go to the bar tonight or this weekend and order a coconut Ciroc.
Well, I think it was reported that both of those brands dropped him. Remember when
Okay.
he was suing DeLeon because he said that they weren't giving him the correct profit share?
Okay.
He was accusing them of racism. So while that was going on, and I was about to call her Sierra, and Cassie dropped the sexual civil lawsuit, they dropped him. That was a reason for them to cut off ties with him, saying that he broke their code of conduct or something like that. So those
Okay.
brands, and like he never owned them, he was just doing ambassadorships for them. So
Okay.
they've dropped him since last year.
Well, I still would disconnect myself. And Rel Holland in the chat room said, "Well, nobody even drinks the stuff no more." Excuse me, I'm out of touch. I don't know what folks drink anymore. I'm so freaking sober. My head's about to blow up. Look at it. Look at my head. Look at that. Look. This is a sober. Look at the atmosphere here. My head is in panoramic view right now.
I
What?
just I just hope that this, people start giving more women the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, feel like, and to me, yes, the video was very, like, disturbing, very triggering to, there's a lot of people that experience domestic violence. Um, but I also feel like, dang, I lost my train of thought and I hate that. But I just feel like, oh, that's what I was going to say. I feel like in the lawsuit, she described like way worse situations than that. And I just hate that people feel like they need proof in order to sometimes validate people's experiences, which is sucky. But I hope that, it causes some people to, believe victim stories or what they're saying. Because I feel like it's a very low percentage of people that be lying. But a
Uh,
lot of things, I always said with Diddy, where there's smoke, there's fire. So,
yeah. So
and if it coming, which I'm sure they are. There's a conspiracy theory that it was really that he had actually, I mean, because in the lawsuit, she did say that he paid $50,000 for that video to have possession of it. And so when they recently had that raid, they found it.
right,
And so they're saying that probably somebody from the FBI or CIA, whoever's working on this, leaked the video. Because if you were the only one in possession of it, but I'm sure there was a copy. I don't ever believe there's only one copy of something.
yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, I get it. Like somebody, Cindy Rell's gonna come off for a few minutes. I think
Okay.
this whole Diddy thing got him twisted. Okay, listen. To Diddy, you're done. Uh, I don't think in the African American community or in the community as a whole, we shouldn't punish the other artists that were associated with Diddy. You remember they had that R. Kelly movement that R. Kelly wrote all these songs and we should disconnect from all of the other singers. Not in this case. The Mary J. Blige in the world and all these other folks, I think, should be immune to the fact of this idiot and the way he behaves. Let's don't do that. Let's stay the course. No Diddy for real. And if you fellas are out there talking about instead of saying no homo or pause or no, and you're saying no Diddy, what is wrong with you?
I think that's so funny.
What is wrong with you? You saying no Diddy to a dude on a pause? Thank you, City. That made sense, didn't it? How you gonna know Diddy a man? That's a pause right there.
Shawn, please stop,
I'm an
please.
advocate. I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate of the pause. A grown man shouldn't be out there talking about no Diddy to another man. That's a pause. Welcome to the show,
Hey,
guys. Only
Rel,
place
what you
talk.
doing here?
What up? What up?
Talk to us, Ralph.
So listen. So what happened was, this is what happened with Diddy and all the companies that dropped him. Cassie's lawyers
Not
sued.
you got, not you got exclusive. Is this exclusive information, Ralph?
This what
All
happened.
right.
Cassie's lawyers sued his company, so like his LLC, basically, right? So by suing his LLC, the companies was like, oh, the insurance company, the insurance for those companies were like, oh, he's a liability. We got to drop him. So all the companies that he was a part of dropped him because he became a liability. So instead, the lawyers didn't sue him. They sued his LLC basically. And that's how all the companies dropped him because they're like, oh, yeah, you're a liability. We got to get rid of you.
Well, I say this, regardless, he's still, as the master promoter that he is, even though he's not associated with these companies, you can still link the two together. Everybody out there, please don't support the Diddy. Don't drink the Ciroc.
Well, Ciroc,
And
he's
stop.
not even on Ciroc no more.
It doesn't matter.
But
You
nobody
still
drinks.
can.
Shawn said he don't care.
Nobody drinks that, Sean. Nobody ordered. I haven't seen nobody order a bottle of Ciroc and you know I'm outside. I haven't seen a bottle of Ciroc at a table in about 5 to 6 years.
See, Cindy, I
Yeah,
don't know this. This is important information. So, Rel, since you're
I've
outside,
never drunk Ciroc.
Rel, what's the popular brand of liquor that folks order these days?
Right now, Hennessy is still in the runnings. Listen, listen, listen. I went.
I will never stop. I will never
I,
stop drinking Hennessy. People
I
like to
wish.
down it so much.
I wish I had like some kind of something in Hennessy because Hennessy might be the longest running
Never,
alcohol
never
in the
misses.
club. I promise you. I don't Hennessy. You gonna find some Hennessy on somebody's table still. Now,
Period.
besides
Right.
Hennessy, um, you got the Don Julio Reposado or the Casamigos, right? You got the tequilas.
Casamigos.
Everybody on the tequila wave.
Right, right.
Nobody doing Patron no more. Pure.
Oh,
Nobody does vodka. Matter of fact, just vodka alone. I think they only do vodka in like what in the what do you say
the Babylonians.
the Babylonians? Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The Babylonians do vodka, but in the hood, ain't nobody popping no bottles of vodka. Period. No Grey Goose, no Ciroc, no Bel Air. I mean Belvedere.
Belvedere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Belvedere. Yeah, but
So, so,
it's Don Julio Reposado,
right,
that Casamigos, and the number one all time
right,
Henny.
right. The Henny is on top of the charts for the last few generations.
Yeah,
What we call it the devil juice and the dark liquor. Cindy,
right.
who's having the best week of the who's having the best week?
Okay. So we are gonna move along. We're gonna move this along. We're gonna go to who is having the best week ever. And to me, according to my calculations, even though this situation happened 2 weeks ago, um, they have not been caught yet. And therefore, I believe they think that they got away with this and they are having the best week ever. Two burglars who were wielding power tools made off with $250,000 in cash after breaking in through the roof of popular Atlanta strip club Onyx, and helping themselves to the contents of multiple safes. The break in was after hours at Onyx Gentlemen's Club, and once they actually climbed in through the roof with the power tools, they made a hole in the roof and were able to gain access inside. Once inside, they crawled to the safes. The they were in the establishment for about 2 to 3 hours. The break-in occurred at like 4 in the morning, and they didn't leave until about 7 a.m. They also tipped over multiple ATMs. Um, and yeah, they made off with the money. They have not released any surveillance footage yet, and their investigation is still ongoing. They don't know if they were men, if they were women. I feel like it's an inside job. But if you would have robbed the strip club 2 weeks ago and nobody's come knocking on your door, would you think that you've gotten away with it?
Yeah, I believe that yes, that they are having the best week ever. They got away with, especially if it's just whole American cash. If they took nothing but cash, yes, and it's not traceable cash from a strip club, they are definitely having the best week ever. And obviously, this might be an inside job. I don't know if it's just going to an employee or just somebody that purchased the club or the Tom Cruise type. Sounds like a Mission Impossible. They got it done. So yes, they will have the best. They do have the best week ever right now for 2 weeks and extending. Well, let me ask you this question. We started the show in the beginning, and I shared and praised love for all the aunties that are over 50 years old. Well, the aunties over 50 are vibrant. They're making money. They're outside. They're literally driving the economy. And I was praising auntie. Cindy's not an official auntie yet because she's still in her 30s. Well, can you share your thoughts on the importance of the real legitimate aunties that are out here in these streets moving and shaking, sir?
Well, it's very important for these aunties out here because you know these aunties will set you straight. You feel what I'm saying? some of these aunties, they'll give you some game too. You gotta listen. Them aunties give you some game. You feel me? You gotta
Yeah.
respect the aunties. Because the aunties, you know, especially they've been through some things. You young women need to listen to these aunties. Feel what
Right.
I'm saying? Y'all need to listen to some of these aunties out here. Some of these aunties, they body snatch. They out there they in the gym. Y'all young chicks out here looking crazy. Aunties is out here killing y'all. If I show you my aunt and my older cousin, she's 72. If I show you my aunt and my aunt's gonna be 70 this year, if I show you them two, I promise you, they gonna have y'all looking crazy out here. Cause the aunties is, whew, I'm telling
Cindy,
y'all,
Cindy, are the aunties, the legit aunties over 50, are they slaying y'all out here in these streets, Cindy?
yo,
Listen, Shawn was out here pushing this narrative. There's some good looking aunties out there. I will say that.
Are they slaying you on? Are you apprentice aunties? Are y'all getting slayed by the
I don't
auntie?
I don't know. I don't know. But
I
I
don't know.
will say the
I don't
aunties
know,
are out
Cindy.
here. Let me say this: the aunties of today are not the aunties of yesterday. I
That's a
will
fact.
say that. Okay. What
Cindy,
I was growing up and would consider an auntie and what's an auntie today is not the same.
yeah,
So
no doubt.
shout
But
out to
Cindy,
them.
I've seen. I have to co-sign with Rel. I'm outside. A lot of these women out here in their 30s and 40s, Cindy, they looking raggedy. I'm telling you, Cindy. And these aunties are coming through, floating in the room. I don't know, Cindy. I think the disparity is real. I really think that on the Richter scale of the apprentice aunties and aunties, I'm going to give the aunties 2 points above, 52% to 48%, that at the moment, right now, these aunties are slaying you punk asses.
Okay.
Well,
The aunties is out here. I'm like,
Hey.
on the explore page part, right, on Instagram, I seen the auntie full head of gray hair. I said, wow. I was so in awe. I almost was getting ready to hit the DM. I was about to DM. I was
Cindy,
about to,
Cindy,
Well,
it is safe to say, not only are you apprentice aunties getting slayed by the aunties, Rel is right. The gray hair, silver hair beauties, aunties,
what do
are
they
crushing y'all right now,
what do
Cindy.
they call it?
No,
The silver fox, right, Sean? It's called the
yeah,
silver fox.
the silver fox aunties, Cindy, are crushing y'all right now, Cindy. For real.
hey, well that's good. Any praise for women that are aging is welcomed. So shout out to them because men have been complaining about getting younger women for years. Oh, we need to get younger women because y'all get old and you'll start doing this. So yeah, keep praising the aunties. Shout out to them.
But
Maybe
this
men
is
can
what I
start.
will tell you,
Maybe
Cindy.
maybe men can start dating in their own age bracket.
Well, this
Oh,
is
oh,
what I
see,
will
see,
tell you,
that's that.
Cindy.
So shout out to the aunties. Bring them men back so they can leave the youngins alone so they can
Oh,
actually grow up.
Actually, the aunties is out here. The
Okay?
aunties don't want these old looking dudes neither. The aunties is out here.
But
I
that's
see some.
okay because the auntie is gonna make a man out of a young man. So that's good. The aunties need to be getting these snatching these young men up so they can raise them up right. I don't know
All
about
I'm
I don't
saying,
know about these old dudes, these
oh, oh,
unks,
oh, yo,
these
yo,
unks
Cindy,
getting these 20-year-olds. I don't think it matches the same. So
all
Cindy,
shout
I'm
out to
do,
the
saying, though,
aunties.
Cindy. All I'm
Shout out to
saying,
the
though,
aunties.
Cindy.
What?
The expectations for your auntieism is high, so you better be on point when you hit that auntie. When
I
you hit that auntie, you better be out here. You better be out here slaying. Because if
yo,
you not representing that auntie right, I'm gonna call you out. Cause I'm gonna be
Cindy,
around. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be when you hit 50. I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna go right to your Instagram. Hello.
Cindy, the pressure's
You
on.
can be there. It'll be
Cindy,
fine.
Cindy, the pressure's on. He's absolutely right.
It's no pressure here,
Step
baby.
your game up.
I'm aging like fine wine. I'll be fine. I ain't
I
worried about
wanna
it.
I wanna
My
salute all the aunties over
shout
50
out shout out to the
and
aunties over 50.
the other aunties. And what Rel just said, and thank you for pointing that out, my beloved nephew. The Silver Fox aunties.
Whew.
God bless y'all. Cindy, right now, there's no the Silver Fox auntie right now, SennyJ, at this moment is running circles right through you.
It's okay.
And it's going to be okay. So shout out once
It is
again.
all right. I love my aunties. I'm a girl's girl. You ain't saying nothing to me, okay? Every time I
No,
step out,
you
I
are a
be leaving
girl's
with
girl.
about 10 to 15 ladies. Those are my girls. So
You
shout out
are
to
you
them.
are a
I
girl's
ain't
girl.
worried. I got as being an auntie apprentice. Okay, I have my. I'm on my way. I'm learning from the best, baby. I don't got no ugly friends around me, young or old. So
Continue on.
it's fine.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show with the Queen Cindy J and my beloved Rel Hollow. Go ahead, Cindy. One more story before we get out of here.
Okay, the last story I'm gonna finish out with Red Lobster are shuttering over 99 locations. They are being auctioned off amid questions about the seafood chain's long-term future. A web page dedicated to the liquidation showed closure locations across the US, including Denver, Rochester, New York, Sacramento, California, San Antonio, San Diego, New Jersey. The closures represent about 15% of the company's approximate 700 locations. Red Lobster has struggled with a significant debt load, unfavorable lease terms, executive turnover, and ill advised strategies, including the all you can eat shrimp promotion that they had last fall, that resulted in a significant loss for the company. Are you sad about it? Did you know about this? I haven't been to
Uh,
Red Lobster in about, I want to say like 5 years. So,
Red Lobster was popping a generation ago. We all used to run over there. It was always like the place to be 25 years ago, 30 years ago. Long time. Uh, Red Lobster has digressed down to almost no disrespect, like a bodega. Like they did have the dope biscuits back in the day. They had the warm biscuits, the buttery biscuits. I think put it in one chat room if you remember those buttery biscuits from Red
but
The
you
Lobster.
can
cheddar, the
buy them
cheddar
now.
biscuit, the cheddar
Oh yeah,
biscuit.
I'm sorry, the cheddar biscuits. That was dope. Is it a go-to place now? No.
Trash.
It's trash. I don't think I would go to Red Lobster personally. Like if there was a Red Lobster and another restaurant, I don't think I would go to a Red Lobster like back in the day. And the bottomless shrimp, whatever promotion, that was the dumbest. Especially with black folks. We're not. We don't. What are we doing? So yes, the combination of the bad business strategy. Red Lobster is not what it is. It's almost like a Perkins now. It's just one of those this restaurants that you don't go. Dirty carpets. It's just that whole semen feel in there. That whole Navy ship, but like that. All that's corny now.
Trash.
I think
Uh,
it's when they had those lobsters in the thing when you first come in, right? Didn't they have like a lobster display? I think that did it for them because I never liked that. I always thought it was sad.
Well, your thoughts on Red Lobster?
The problem. What was the cities that you named, Sydney? What was the cities?
Well, they said Sacramento, the closest one is they said Rochester, New York, Indianapolis, Denver, San Antonio.
Like you know what it is, especially in the tri-state. There's so many seafood spots in the tri-state that is with like people, especially in the Bronx. Like everybody in the Bronx on a nice day, they going straight to City Island.
Right.
There's no hesitation.
Right.
There's a bunch of in Astoria, Queens. There's a bunch of seafood spots, right? That like it's so much. It's a lot better seafood other places than Red Lobster now. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's why I feel like, especially, and then now you got all these bloggers posting all these different restaurants. Oh,
Yeah.
get the shrimp. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they tried to open. I don't even know why they did this. They tried to open Joe's Crab Shack in Harlem. Now you know, steam seafood in Harlem it's about 30 of them restaurants with the steamed shrimp, lop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They tried to open whack ass Joe's Crab Shack.
I've never been to Joe's Crab Shack. It's not good.
You know,
Joe's Crab Shack is it's like no flavor to their food. It really,
you know,
it's like,
I'm absolutely right. Even across the street from, they had a Red Lobster, I think, across the street from Comedy in Harlem, Cindy,
Hmm.
right? But next to the Comedy Club was the Lighthouse Seafood Restaurant. It's a black-owned restaurant right next door to Comedy in Harlem.
oh no, it was Applebee's over there.
Oh yeah, Okay, Applebee's. It's the same thing, Cindy, where the food is so good, right across the street, 100 yards away,
Right.
that they shut down the corporate restaurant
Yeah.
with just the local flavors of the food that tastes so good in this particular restaurant. And Rel is absolutely right. All these corporate giants, you think you just gonna throw a franchise right in the hood and we automatically going to go to it and that's that? Those days are over, bro. I went to
All
a
the way.
Mexican restaurant. Yo, Rel, I went to a Mexican restaurant out here in Allentown the other day, in the back of Allentown, all the way to the back of Lehigh Valley. It was a dump. I'm telling you, it was a dump. It was a dump. I was next to, I was a dump. And I went in there, but Rel, they had authentic Mexican food, not the
Right.
Taco Bell, not the
Now
Chipotle,
it's
not none of that, like
Chipotle.
real food.
Right.
And and people were coming in and out of there like this thing was going out, like it was the last days. So you are before I yield back to your time, you are absolutely right. Vloggers and people are outside and they have restaurants that have just better quality food. I yield back.
That's a
I
fact.
think I think they could have. I mean, I think Red Lobster had all the makings to be a chain that is in longevity, but I guess their business model, and they were sold to another group because I believe they belonged to Darden Restaurant Group, and then they got sold to Stalwarts, and I think that's when everything started happening. But I don't know how Red Lobster could go out of business, but Arby's is still in business. Like Arby's, like nobody goes there. I'm gonna die on that hill. I don't know how Arby's is doing anything. Every time I pass the Arby's, it's closed. Do they even have Arby's in New York?
Yeah.
Yo,
It's not. It's well. No, actually, there was one in Co-op City. That one closed.
Oh,
Um.
well,
Then there,
rightfully so.
I think there's one downtown, but like downtown in Times Square area. But I mean, all the franchises that are there because you got to figure like people coming from all over out of town, they're gonna go to those franchises because they don't know any better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yo,
Um,
there's a Arby's down the block from where I live, and it's open. And I never see no. Cindy's right. I never see nobody in there, but it's been open for years since
but
I've
I
been
ain't
here.
gonna lie.
But
It's
I'm not going to
their
Arby's
curly
because
fries are good though.
I'm not. I don't go to Arby's because of the commercial. And the dude go, "Yo, we got the meat."
It's crazy.
Put a pause on that, bro. Like, yo, bro, don't tell me you got the meats, bro. Yo,
Crazy.
well, you with me on that one, man? I don't like that, man. Yo, we got all the meat here. No, you don't,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
So
that
I
sounds
just don't.
crazy.
It's not fair. I just don't think it's fair that Red Lobster is closing and Arby's gets to live free out here. I
But you know
just
what the other thing too is? Oh, there's an Arby's in Queens too. near is the Arby's in like it's like the borderline Queens, Brooklyn, like Mass Piff or something like that. But the you know what it is that see some people are smart, right? Arby's knows that we're not hitting like that to be opening millions of Arby's all over the place. They open one little Arby's, let that rock. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like Burger King and McDonald's, like, yo, let's open one here, one there. Let's open another one. Nah, they chill. They like, nah, let's just open
Yeah.
this one right here.
Let's see how we do.
Right.
and
And
you
it's
right.
chilling.
And
Yeah.
it's tough anyway for even the mom and pop restaurants that people that we know that starts a restaurant. It's the food industry. It's a tough business to be in. First of all, the food has to be good,
Has
and
to
this
be.
is this is proven right here with this Red Lobster situation. The food is just not good. Honestly, it really isn't. It's not good for the bang for your buck. Uh, and because of all, like Cindy said, all these corporate decisions that were made uh, uh, definitely ruined the brand. And nobody talks about going to Red Lobster. I mean, I think we all like to go to restaurants where the food is cooked right there and prepared, the ambiance of the place. And Rel's right, Cindy. There's even been a restaurant that I went out here to the Lehigh Valley because I saw a blogger go, "Hey, we had a great time," and blah blah blah. So I went to that restaurant. So right, there's a whole different movement now and a whole different culture in the restaurant food industry. There are some of those staples that are not going nowhere. We all mentioned the McDonald's and the Burger Kings, and they ain't going nowhere. But these others, yes, you're in jeopardy because of all these reasons that we talked about. Well, I'm gonna give you the last word before Cindy gets the last word.
I think Sister Soldier, she just said even something she said. Like, I don't even go to BBQs no more. BBQs is like there's better barbecue in New York than like if you going to BBQs, you're going for the drinks. You're not going for the food. Like the food is trash. Like Sean, you be at Salsa Con Fuego. You don't see no big old whole line next door at
Oh yeah,
BBQ. Right,
yes, that's right. Good point. Good point.
right. Like back in the day, it used to be, it'd be a line out. It used to be a line outside BBQs, but now they got all these other barbecue spots that is way better, and they
Yes.
they actually smoke like they're
Yeah.
smoking, their food and all that. They got
Yes.
actual smokers outside, and like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no, nobody wants BBQs. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. That's the word right there. Nobody wants BBQs. Nobody
Nobody
wants
wants.
that. Uh, yo, Ralph. Let's clap for Ralph. Thank you for coming in on us.
Oh yeah, before I go too, Friday, I got another single guy coming in and we're gonna talk about these streets, these dating streets. And he's the total polar opposite of me. He's a professor, he's a professor, he's an educated man. He also has no kids and he's 1 year older than me. So
We
y'all
can't
get
wait
ready.
for this Friday for another single man and his perspective here on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Thanks, Terrell. We appreciate you. Cindy, you got the last word. We see you guys tomorrow. We gave you guys a bonus show. We didn't do the show yesterday. I apologize for that. Go ahead, Cindy. And go Rangers. Go Rangers. I done moved on for the Knicks. Go Rangers.
Sean,
Go,
now you.
It's
go.
over.
Sean,
It's
I
over
was
for the
gonna call
Knicks.
you the other day, but I felt like you were gonna be sad. Is that why
I
you
was
didn't pick up the
sad.
phone?
I was sad for 15 minutes, and then I moved on with my life. Go Rangers. Maybe we could make it to the Stanley Cup.
You realize it was reality. You realize that it was reality. Reality set back in that it's the Knicks.
Whatever. All Nick fan, whatever, bro. All Nick fans, stand up. Be proud.
Yeah, that's my last word. Go Knicks.
Stand up and stand back, or whatever to do. Nick fan, what did Trump say that they stand up and stand back?
Not the Proud Boys. Sean, please. I can't take it.
All right. Oh, one more thing, quick, just real quick. I know we got to go, real quick.
Yeah. Real quick.
Cindy, your homegirl's catching major heat online on Instagram.
Woo.
Amber Rose, if you go to her page
Oh,
right now,
yeah,
she got
yeah,
that
yeah.
picture with Donald Trump. And yo, everybody in the chat is like, delete, block. Come on, girl. Like, it's Amber Rose. What is wrong with you? Have you completely lost your mind?
She
This
was
is
done when she
detrimental
tattooed her
to
forehead.
your career.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Cindy, what's your thought, real quick?
You know what? A big part of me just wants Trump to win. So like, which I have a strong feeling he is, just so everybody can just he can do it, he can ruin the country, and we just don't have to hear about it anymore. Like I feel like we went through this like 8 years ago, and it's like happening all over again. It's like a bad nightmare I can't wake up from. You know, it's just ignorance. It's just so much ignorance going around. It's not even funny. And I'm done with a lot of these celebrities anyway. So what can you
Well,
do?
Amber Rose, our beloved, one of us,
Is
is,
she
is
one of us?
Yeah,
oh
she
yeah, that
Cape
is another
Verdean.
question.
She Cape Verdean.
Rel, Cape Verdean. Rel, what's your thoughts on our beloved jumping the fence, Rel?
Yo, listen, man. I feel like, a lot of people are like, or a lot of people are so confused because of the fact of during that Trump run, right? People got money, right? People got, you know what I mean? And I just think that a lot of people, like, I think Biden, what it is that Biden did such a bad job that it made people like, well, if we're going to have somebody that just ain't, at least have the guy in there that was giving us money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's this whole confusion. But they don't, what I feel like it's celebrities that have been around Donald Trump before he was president. It's celebrities that hung out with him, party with him. So some of them have a little bit of a allegiance to him because of their past. I don't know. Listen, man. I'm so confused with the whole thing. I'm
All
about to
right.
move to Canada. Canada's calling me.
No, you're not. You're not going nowhere. And I just want to say this, when we're gonna get
I'm
out of
going to
here.
Canada.
Black folks, I'm talking to you, it's your uncle.
They don't care.
I've been around the block a long time. You know, I've survived a lot. Only by the grace of God, I'm even here this
Yeah.
morning. Y'all know my story. Black folks, Donald Trump is not going to give you any money.
It's not.
Okay? You're not getting a dime if he becomes president. It's
You're not.
never going to happen. He's
That
not
only
going to
happened
write.
because of COVID.
And, and for your philosophy to even be to say, let me vote for him because he's the last guy that gave me money is like Cindy said, it's not only ignorant, it's super ignorant. It is
Super.
beneath any type of intelligence at all, black folks. I'm pleading to you, Donald
What?
Trump.
Black people don't listen.
They don't.
They do not care. That's one thing about my people. They do not care. They
Y'all
go
see,
do what they want to do. That's why I'm
y'all,
tired of talking to y'all.
y'all see where we at on the income, the
Lost her
household
mind.
income. Y'all see where we at on the household income chart
They don't care.
at the
Black
whole
folks,
bottom.
even the ones that don't listen, don't take ignorance to a whole nother level, please. You're not getting 1,500. You're not going to get 2,500. You're not getting a dime from Donald Trump if he becomes president. I just want to say that. Please, black folks, listen. It's never going to happen. Cindy, you got the last word.
I don't have anything to say. Black
Okay, cool.
people, listen. Put your listening ears on.
They're
All right.
not
That's,
listening.
All right, we see you guys tomorrow, and we got a single black man coming on the show on Friday, and we Cindy, Cindy, are you excited about this?
I'm excited about this.
You don't sound excited about this.
I am. I am. I can't wait.
See you guys tomorrow. We're out.